here for another Cut Talk special. I got the man, the myth, the legend, man, OG in the chair, James Mack, and James Mack, a Celtics fan. So one of the biggest inspirations for this is I need his take on this fellas, what they did after game one. I told him that I don't know if it's gonna be a sweep, but I don't know how Dallas gonna pull a game off. So I need your expertise and let me know what you've seen thus far with this series, man.
Well, my opinion, it's going six.
It's going
It's
six?
going six.
Yeah.
Just one game don't mean nothing.
Okay.
And I think uh, coaching wise is gonna make the difference in this series.
Yeah.
And I think Kidd is a better coach.
Okay.
So even when they were down by 30 points, I watched him at halftime, and he told them when he said, "Man, y'all playing too tight.
Yeah.
Go out there and have fun, man. You're in the finals."
Yeah, yeah.
When he told them that, they came out and played better. So
Right.
I take that like second game, that momentum and everything that the young guys learned,
Yeah.
and with the leadership of Irvin, they're gonna play better,
Yeah.
a better game.
Irvin can't give you 12 points though, bro.
No.
He can't get. He is too important.
And Luka can't give you one assist.
Oh no.
And you know what?
No.
If you looked at that game,
Yeah.
they shot the ball terrible.
Yeah.
It was wide open looks that they normally hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Boston played great D.
Yeah.
Because they switched off perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
They did everything perfectly. But this is going to be a series.
Yeah.
I think, as a great team, when you get beat like they did,
Yeah.
they're going to respond to that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure.
they are. They felt like they was disrespected.
Yeah.
Whoop, they can play better than that.
Yeah.
And Irvin even said, man, in that game, he said, we can play better than this.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
for sure.
lack of experience.
Yeah.
That's why I got the Celtics picked to win this series because, experience tell it all. They've been to the finals, 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
This team never been out the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's still Luka and Irvin going to get them boys right.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing they did that I loved, and I thought the Mavs was beating everybody with. I did not see one lob dunk.
Right.
To me, they was getting 10 a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous, man. You
Mm-hmm.
can't get 10 lob dunks, them easy buckets like that,
Yeah.
and expect to beat nobody. So
Right.
I said that was going to be important for Boston to stop all them lobs,
Mm-hmm.
make them take tough shots.
Yeah.
And the Boston, they executed everything well, but in a close game, here's where I give the Mavericks they credit. Luka and Irvin can get any shot that they want.
Oh, no doubt.
So,
No doubt.
I don't want them keeping the game too close.
Yeah.
Because Luka showed me, man, that to me he got one of the best drop back jumpers
Mm-hmm.
that I've seen in a long time.
He get off whenever he wants to.
Man, whenever he want that shot,
Mm-hmm.
and he slows down and then he stop on a dime and he can go back.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, Irvin won't have another bad game like that.
No.
You got lucky with that game.
Man,
So,
speak on Porzingis, man.
woo,
I feel like
dude.
that was what kind of tore the game open.
I said they couldn't win this series without him.
No.
And when they was talking about he might not play in this series, I said, oh, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because Porzingis, he caused a lot of different things, as you've seen in that game.
Mm-hmm.
He can clog the paint.
Mm-hmm.
He can draw you out and get the big men out of the box. So I thought Porzingis was going to be big. I didn't think that he would be ready to play like
He
in
was
that
ready to
condition.
go, bruh.
You can tell they've kind of been holding him back,
Yeah.
saying, "No, we want you 100%
Yeah.
ready," because I think they knew too, going against the Mavs or whoever they was going to play, they
Mm-hmm.
was going to need him in that series.
Oh, for sure.
So they felt like they could get through all them other series without him.
Yeah.
But this series, they knew.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know how they prepared him and kept him ready like he was, but he
Yeah.
hit some big shots right off the top.
You know what I think it was? I think it was they like, man, with the cast we got now, they can handle
Yeah,
these teams, so we don't need you to rush, man. Come back 100%
that's right.
and give us, give us what you're gonna give
And I'm
us.
gonna tell you, Horford played. To me, he was really the unsung hero of that game.
Oh.
Everybody watch Tatum and them boys, they ball, but Horford I seen played Luka
Yeah.
a couple of times and kept Luka from doing what he wanted to do
Yeah.
and blocked one of his shots.
Yeah.
So, no, if they play like that, I still
Mm-hmm.
say it's going 6 because the Mavericks play better at home just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And they showed you they can win on the road.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, all they got to do is challenge Boston a little bit, and Boston can be rattled. Because Tatum, man, look, he made me so mad.
We gonna have another discussion after this, but speak on it. Speak on it.
Man, Tatum disappointed me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he.
We're just not being aggressive or.
It's like he deferred.
Okay.
You know, Tatum. I just think he could be better than what he is, man.
Yeah.
But I guess when you got a cast like you do, you don't have to be that great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Brown did his thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he's so aggressive, man.
Yeah.
And then you got Drew.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big mistake.
I gotta say that. But like, so I had Brandon here yesterday, and we had the discussion: Tatum or Brown, who you think is better?
Brown.
Speak
I
on
love
it.
Brown.
Explain it to me.
Because this Brown's, after he got that money, I think he felt way differently about what he was to Boston.
Okay.
And he showed it.
Yeah.
He just didn't get the money and say, okay, I'm gonna play like I've been playing.
Yeah.
He stepped his game up even more.
Yeah.
So in saying that, when they in trouble, I noticed in that game, he took it upon himself to do what Tatum should be doing.
Yeah.
Tatum dribble a lot, and he play a lot of one-on-one.
He do.
That's what I
He
don't
do.
like about Tatum.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you the secret also to them. As long as they move the ball, you can't really beat them.
Yeah.
But when they play that one-on-one crap, Brown do it too.
Mm-hmm.
When they play that one-on-one, dribble the ball 15 times, and then no man, it's the Bucks did the same thing.
Right.
You got to trust everybody to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what made Dallas so good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that usually they got into it too.
Yeah.
Luka only had 1 assist. You can't do that, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Brown because he's just aggressive.
Yeah.
He don't wait for the defense. I seen a couple shots Tatum took that I felt like as soon as he got the ball, he thought about it too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to know when to take over, and I think Tatum he don't know when to take over, but Brown he just feel like attacking.
Bro. Yeah, killer.
He'll try to dunk on anybody.
Yeah, I'll
You
give
see
him
in
that.
game,
Yeah, killer.
He dunked on everybody.
Yeah, killer.
And then he was, now you done open the rest of his game up.
Mm-hmm.
But, if you told me tomorrow, well, you got to take one, I would take Brown.
Yeah. See, my only thing with Brown, he definitely is aggressive.
He play defense.
Killer mentality, play both ends. But I think it's a gift and a curse because sometimes I just feel like he do too much. I feel like sometimes he do too much with his dribble, do too much with his moves to try to show he got that.
Yeah.
To try to show his bad instead of just keeping it simple.
Well, that's where Tatum come in. If he defer, what you gonna do?
Right.
You either gonna show up.
Yeah.
and like in that game, I was watching Tatum. At halftime they said he took 9 shots,
Yeah.
and I was going. But I do give him his credit. He did other things,
Yeah.
and to me, that's another great thing about great players. They don't just score,
Right. Most
but
definitely.
Tatum was. I mean, Brown did it all. He played great defense.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
blocked some shots.
Yeah.
He got a dunk.
Yeah.
He was passing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Tatum should be doing.
Yeah.
And like you said, yeah, I've seen games where he overdo it and lose control of the ball and turn the ball over. But at some point, somebody got to
do something.
Take a stand.
Yeah.
So
no.
when your key player,
yeah,
I'm not saying he don't show up, but he's not being aggressive. Somebody got to be aggressive.
Yeah. So in terms of coaching, do you think? And I don't know how they do their thing behind the scenes, but do you think Tatum is more pushed to be okay? You are a guy, or is it like?
Oh yeah, he pushed to be.
Okay.
He know he the guy.
Okay.
But to me, he really don't exert himself.
Yeah.
But when he do, oh man, he can give you 30 or whatever. But
easy.
But to me, he shoot a lot of bad shots, but he make them.
Yeah, he can make those shots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see him pull up all the time, and I be saying, man,
yeah,
go to the hole.
Yeah.
Only thing I don't like about their coach is, and again, I told this guy that at work, I said, man, when Boston hitting them threes, they look beautiful.
Yeah.
But the nights they don't hit them threes,
yeah, it don't look all
they
that, man.
live and die.
Yeah.
And that's where bad coaching. I'm telling my guys at that point, hey, look, guys, the three is not working for us tonight.
Right.
We're gonna attack them.
Right.
He'll let them go die.
Yeah.
Die with the three.
Yeah.
They did it the other night. The second half, they wasn't hitting them.
Yeah.
Which allowed the Mavs to get back in the game. And I'm going, man, that's bad coaching.
Yeah.
You got to be honest with your team. Hey, guys, ain't nothing wrong with it. We're not hitting it now.
Yeah.
Let's
do something else.
Let's attack them. We got them in foul trouble. The young guy, I forgot his name for the Mavs. He was in foul trouble, 4 or 5 fouls.
Okay.
Attack him.
Yeah.
No, they kept shooting the three.
Yeah.
And that's when my guy was like, man, you know what? I hate to say it, Mac, but they live and die by the three. And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
So this game, they hitting them. That's how the Mavs can beat them. The nights that they're not hitting them.
Yeah.
Mavs will take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd will have them prepared. So
he will.
I think it's going to go, everybody said, my guy said sweep. I said, no, it ain't going to be a sweep.
Yeah.
They got vets.
Yeah.
Ain't like they got all young dudes.
Yeah.
And Irvin has showed this year that he is a great leader. Even in that game, I seen him talking to his guys like, calm down, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a difference when you got a dude that had a ring before. You listen. They
for
soaking
sure.
up everything he's saying.
For sure.
They want to play hard for him.
I wouldn't mind seeing Kyrie get another ring.
I would.
I think that would be dope.
I would like it against the Lakers though, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I want you to speak on what you just said about Drew and Dame. I mean, you saying that was a mistake, and like, I was kind of feeling that way too.
Well, I won't say it was a mistake. I think you knew what you was getting for what you got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We knew that Dame was not Drew, and Drew wasn't Dame.
Right.
And we knew we was losing some when we gave Drew up.
Yeah.
Which we see it right now.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I still would have made the trade because
you still would have did it.
I was listening to Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul said something, man, that made me realize a lot. He said, I've left a lot of teams, and when I left those teams, I came to a new team with a whole new understanding, and I had to be a whole new different player. So, everybody was just assuming that when he came here, he would just jump into form.
Yeah.
But it's a new form that he got to jump into.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now he ain't the man no more.
No.
He's he's the second option.
Mm-hmm.
He played his whole career in one city.
Mm-hmm.
He in a new city.
Mm-hmm.
He lost. Well, I ain't gonna say he lost his family, but he was
Yeah,
going
he
through
going,
some personal
yeah,
issues
yeah, he going
outside
through
of
something.
basketball. So man, I know people say, "Well, he a professional." Man, you can't tell me when you in your home in turmoil,
Oh yeah.
your work life ain't gonna kind of be at some kind of
Mm-hmm.
halt. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we just had to give Dame enough time to figure out
Yeah.
how he gonna adjust his life.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like the type of dude, balance is very important in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
For sure.
you know, I'm not worried about the Bucks. I think the only problem the Bucks got to do is get young.
Yeah. And we was talking about that yesterday. So what would you do to get younger?
Well, you know, you got to give up a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I still don't say the Bucks can win a championship next year.
Yeah.
Because when they do give up a lot, it's a whole new change.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a different problems with younger players.
Yeah.
You know, so I can see 2 more years. Is Dame and Giannis willing to wait another 2 years?
Right. Yeah.
You know, that's going to be the crucial point.
Right.
You know, but I'm going to tell you, I came up with something the other day. I love Giannis, but I would trade Giannis right now.
Really?
I
For
would
who?
trade Giannis.
For who?
I don't know. I would give me 2 great stars
Mm-hmm.
and some number 1 draft picks and the shooter Dame is.
Yeah.
With some new
bold
young
statement.
stars,
That's a bold
I
statement.
would do it.
Yeah.
Because look, here's the thing, and Arena said something that I liked about Giannis. He said, "Man, Giannis got to improve his game."
Yeah.
And I love Giannis, man. I argue with people about Giannis, but Giannis got to. Jordan did it.
Yeah.
Kobe
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got to get a back game
Yeah.
where he can put his back to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
With a nice little turnaround. It ain't got to be a 3-pointer, but a nice 10 or 12 foot jumper that he can go to when he get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And he can still play that downhill stuff, but
Yeah.
he had to pick and choose it because every year in the playoffs he hurt.
Man.
Because he played.
He plays so aggressive and
it come
and
back
like
to bite him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So if he's not gonna change his game, you know, let him don't hold him back.
Right.
You know, he could last another 3 years, but will he be effective?
Right.
You know, but it's time for Giannis to put up or shut up.
Yeah.
You know, he gotta add some, you know, more stuff to his game.
Mm-hmm. It just make you think about like what do he work on in the summer? He gotta be getting some shots up somewhere.
Well, his jumper
man.
has improved.
Yeah.
You know, but he has to get. If you notice, you know, now Luka and all these other boys and they taking over the league because
Yeah, for sure.
they can play downhill, but they got a jumper.
Mm-hmm.
They can pass.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that Giannis has to defer a little bit to let Dame do what he need to do.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be written in the book the way Doc came in.
Yeah.
How Doc did Kevin Garnett.
Right, right.
I thought that he was going to make Giannis the anchor of the defense and tell Dame and Middleton and all these other young dudes to go out and tell Giannis what he needed.
Yeah.
I need you to give me 20 tonight, big fella.
Right.
12 rebounds.
Right.
But I don't know if Giannis is ready to go to that yet.
Yeah.
You know, and that's going to tell a lot.
Yeah.
Because Giannis, man, like I said, I love Giannis. That's my favorite player.
Yeah.
But it's time for him to make some changes in his game.
Yeah. How you feel about that? Celtics fan, got y'all championship in 08.
I love Doc, you know. And
I do too. I feel like
think
he getting a lot of unfair.
I like it though because I want him to have, you know, some pressure put on him.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't won in years.
Yeah.
And he has lost in the playoffs where he was ahead.
Yeah, true.
All that was true.
True.
But to his advantage, I think that he's a player's coach,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, he gonna demand respect.
Right.
And you know, I think with everybody was talking about they shouldn't have got rid of Griffin. Man, let me tell you, Griffin was terrible.
Yeah.
He was terrible, man. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say as a coach,
Yeah.
but dude, you gotta have respect for your leader.
Mm-hmm.
The coach is a leader.
Yeah.
They didn't respect him, man.
Yeah.
They did not respect. And that's why he lost his job.
Yeah.
And it might have been some more personal stuff going on.
Yeah.
But I noticed nobody respected him.
Yeah.
And that's what it was all about.
Yeah, I heard he
Doc
lost the
came
locker
in.
room.
Yeah, he locked. Everybody know the story when Portis came in there. He said, "You guys got to play better," and he said, "You got to coach better."
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't no. If you, man, look, it's just respect.
Yeah.
They didn't respect him,
Yeah.
but Doc gonna demand respect.
Yeah.
And I thought he even with the team that he had in the playoffs, he had them ready.
Yeah.
Man, dude, one of them games we didn't hardly have nobody.
Yeah.
They played great basketball with what they had.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Doc prepared them for that, and nobody talked about that.
Yeah.
They always talk about what Doc didn't do and what he. But,
Yeah.
I just didn't like. You can't give a dude half of a year.
Yeah.
Not let him implement. He let them run pretty much what they was running because
Right.
he didn't want to shake up the whole team again.
Yeah.
So now next year, now you can judge him.
Yeah.
But
That's facts.
already I like what he did. He said he liked Sam Cassell.
He brought Sam in as a.
He trying.
Okay.
Sam is also going after.
I think Sam need a head coaching job, man.
I think he ready for it, you know, and that's why I think we might not get him because LA had him on their radar.
Okay.
And I think he would be a great fit.
He deserve it, man.
Yeah, he paid his dues.
Yeah.
But I would love him to have his mind on our side.
Yeah.
And then if Doc don't work out later on.
Yeah.
Then
Sam already there, and I can see that.
So.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe Doc should get an opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. Give him a full year.
Yes.
Let him bring in who he want to bring in. Yeah, man. I can see
how
that,
it works.
Man. Yeah, I can see that.
We paying already 2 or 3 coaches anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. Griff, Bud,
and then Giannis, Giannis got to let go of his brother.
You think that's gonna happen? Honestly.
No.
No.
But I think it should happen.
Yeah.
And if Giannis want to leave, man, I'm kind of at the point Giannis got to sit back and let them dictate what go on.
Yeah.
And if he's not happy with it, he go his separate way.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not against him going somewhere winning more championships.
Mm-hmm.
But I am against that. He wants to be in control of everything.
Yeah.
When he made bad decisions before.
Yeah.
He wanted this coach Griffin.
Yeah.
And then the minute it didn't work out, I believe he did. Me and this guy was arguing. He said, he had something to do with Drew. No, he didn't. I don't believe he did.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because Drew, one thing about Giannis, he loyal.
Yeah.
Middleton should have been gone. Middleton ain't gone because Giannis kind of like, if Middleton go, man, I'm going to be pissed off.
Yeah, for sure.
But Giannis got to understand, if you want to be the champ you say you want to be, your pieces got to interchange.
Yeah.
So but Middleton's price went up in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He showed that he still can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
he just got to stay healthy.
He got to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think Middleton can be the man.
Yeah.
The third option.
So so I need to ask you this too. So yesterday I posed the question to Brandon. I'm like, who would you rather take? A prime, healthy Middleton or Jaylen Brown?
I'll take Jaylen.
Oh, man. Explain.
You know why?
Explain.
That's a good one though, man.
Explain.
I like everything that Jaylen do.
Yeah.
I like Middleton because Middleton can shoot the rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Middleton never been a great defensive player to me.
Yeah.
He can hold his own, but he's
Yeah.
never been a great defensive player.
Yeah.
And I like aggressive people.
Yeah.
I like the jumpers and everything, but
Yeah.
to me, you know, you can challenge a defense when you make it collapse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and that's why I thought Indiana was so good against everybody because they had people that would attack the paint,
Mm-hmm.
and they had enough shooters where they could, and they play so fast. But
Yeah, they
to
do.
me, shooting wise, that's great. But I always was taught if you can attack a team, you can dictate so much because
Mm-hmm.
now you got open shooters.
Yeah.
You have a chance to do either or.
Mm-hmm.
But when you shoot and you off that night, you losing pretty much.
Oh yeah, you ain't making no type of
Yeah,
adjustments or
yeah.
nothing. Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
you know, I like the way Brown always attack.
Yeah.
He is in attack mode pretty much all the time. Now he'll take jumpers, but after he's attacked you
Yeah.
and he's feeling good about himself,
Yeah.
you know. So, but Middleton, you know, he got a great game, but I just love the players that attack you.
No, I
So,
feel you.
But I'm biased about Middleton. You know, Middleton. For years, I stuck up for Middleton. Everybody, man, they need to get rid of Middleton. He garbage in the playoffs. He don't show up.
Yeah.
Then when he starts showing up,
Right. Right.
everybody say, "Oh, Money Middleton." You know.
Right. Like no.
And I've
Yeah.
been saying Middleton to be that man.
Yeah.
But and I still don't want to see him traded
I don't either.
because just think if you could get a young star like Murray or somebody like that,
Mm-hmm.
and Middleton can rest pretty much the season,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the playoffs,
Show up.
unleash him
Mm-hmm.
with Giannis, Dame,
Yeah.
Murray,
Yeah.
some young boys in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think they would be ready then.
Yeah. One more.
Lopez got to go.
You think so?
He
You
got
think
to.
so?
He's
That
slow.
B
I
said
can
the
beat
same.
him.
B said the same thing.
I can beat him, man.
Yeah.
He won't come out of the paint.
Yeah.
He only gonna come 4 feet up,
Yeah.
and everybody know it. So they shoot that little floater in front of him,
Yeah,
knowing he's
yeah.
not coming up.
Yeah.
And you know, Connington got to go.
B said the same thing too.
And I'm gonna tell you, I hate to say it, but Porter's got to go.
B said the same thing too.
Porter's got to go, man, because he's valuable.
Explain why.
He's valuable.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I love his game. I love what he brings to the city. I love tough dudes.
Yeah.
But he's the only valuable piece that we got.
Yeah.
So to go after a young dude and make a presentable package,
Yeah. You
gotta-
need somebody.
You gotta put him in there, man.
Yeah.
And I hate it, but
Yeah.
it's a business game, you know. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause I love Portis because he a dog.
Yeah.
I love in Beverly. I love
Oh
dogs.
yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you knock one of their players down, they running over there to chin check.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I like those kind of players.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what else do we have to offer?
Yeah. We don't got much.
How many
bro.
people want Middleton?
Right.
We don't want to give up Dame.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to give up Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
We can't give up Giannis' brother because he ain't worth nothing. I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
what we got to give.
Yeah.
The young players, if we give up them, we even a worse position.
Yeah. 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 That's
So-
facts.
So, you know, but Lopez, I like Lopez too, man, but he too slow now. I'm watching these young boys. The reason why Mavericks good is not because Luka and Irving.
Mm-hmm.
They got them young boys in the paint.
Yeah.
We couldn't rebound.
Yeah.
That's one of our weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
They rebound the ball well.
Mm-hmm.
They can stretch the defense. They can run over here and get back over here quick
Yeah.
enough. Lopez can't do that.
Nah, not anymore, man.
So his time is pretty much up, man.
Mhm.
And I hate to say that because he gave the Bucks great years.
He
man.
did. He did.
He
Good,
really
good
did.
for the city, all
Yes,
that, but
yeah, man. But his
Yeah.
time, like every player, is pretty much up.
yeah, I hear you, man. So one more basketball question, and I want to ask you some more stuff I think you're passionate about. Since you here, you old head, the GOAT topic, man. The GOAT topic.
Yeah.
First of all, who do you consider the greatest of all time? Who is your GOAT?
Well, I really tell you the truth. I was just talking about that. I think you have a GOAT in each generation.
Yeah.
I don't like to say one player because no Jordan didn't get to play against my guy Bill Russell.
Right.
Dr. J.
Right.
So I look at it like it's in different eras.
Yeah.
Bill Russell, like I was telling the guy again, he was talking about, well, when you go to championship, well, then if you're talking about championships, it's Bill Russell.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you talk about winning, Bill Russell was the greatest.
And what he went through.
Yeah.
I think that goes unstated. That's exactly the struggle he went through.
Yes.
Like,
Jordan,
I heard.
All he had to do is go to the basketball court, play his game.
Right.
When you can't get to the basketball court because you're being called racial slurs.
No.
People breaking in your house, defecating in your house.
Yeah, man.
I mean, come on, man. He went through
that's
a lot.
Wild. That's wild.
He couldn't just go play the game. He had to get in the game.
Right.
He had to come to the arena where people out there, racial slurs and. I think it was a different. They say, well, he didn't play against nobody.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You telling me to be consistent for 11 championships? He
ain't playing against him. Yeah.
He stayed great. You know how hard it is to stay great.
Right. That's facts.
11 years, 11 rings.
Yeah.
I mean, Will Chamberlain was there. That was a great.
Yeah.
He went through Will Chamberlain.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he made clown Wilt. Wilt still put up his numbers, but Wilt could never win against him.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say that point, I say, I started watching basketball. I said, man, Dr. J is the greatest ever.
Yeah.
I always thought Wilt was the greatest ever because my dad and how my dad used to talk about Wilt. So I brought him up and watched everything he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, this dude was great in his era.
Yeah.
When in my era, Dr. J, they say Elgin Baylor.
Yeah.
But Dr. J, I watched. I said, man, there'll never be another great.
Yeah.
Here come Michael Jordan.
Right. Changing everything.
Another great. Oh, there'll never be another Jordan. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
But Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
I get so disrespected when people say, they talk about LeBron and Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And Kobe not mentioned.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you, I did not like Kobe.
Yeah.
But I respected Kobe.
Yeah.
And now I like him because I hear all the stories about his work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, man, you got to put Kobe in
the mix. Yeah.
For you not to speak his name in that mix.
Mm-hmm.
If you talking about, one of the greats, you got to put Kobe in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you disrespect that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just his work ethic alone put him in the.
Yeah.
So I just feel like a lot of people, and I'm gonna tell you, when he played against us, he had my respect because I used to see that grin where he would, and I say, oh man, we're in trouble now.
Kobe, cold bone one.
Yeah,
man.
That's the Mamba now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people don't put his name in it.
Yeah. But I'm with you, man. I agree too. Like it's hard to just say one player, but I feel like the way it is now, like you almost pressed to say LeBron or Jordan.
I'm gonna test you now.
What's up?
I heard this the other day, and it made me think about how do you not put Shaq in the mix?
Okay, let's talk about it. I think with Shaq didn't take the game as serious as the others. Had Shaq really took the game serious, I think hands down Shaq would be the go. Had Shaq worked on his game, kept his weight down, you know what I'm saying, had a killer and he had a stretch where he was that, but I'm talking about
They changed
10, 11-year stretch where like I'm killing
but
everybody.
they changed the game because of Shaq.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
So,
facts. But just think if Shaq had a mama mentality.
but just say this then, in that point.
Yeah.
He didn't see how great he was.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it like, do you put him in the GOAT because he changed the way people, the Shaq, I hate to say it, but the Shaq fouling stuff,
Yeah.
Man, he changed the game. He was so devastating that they said, man, we gotta come up with something to stop this dude.
Right.
Because we can't stop him. We can put 2 men on him.
Yeah.
And he's uncontrollable.
I think the only person to stop Shaq was Shaq at the end of the day.
True.
And I feel like Shaq kind of robbed the fans of like how great we could have potentially seen him to be. Like I said, he kept his weight down, worked on the free throws, work on that. You know what I'm saying? He had a low post game. It wasn't like he was just dunking on. Shaq actually had a post game.
Yes, he can.
But he added a little more to his game, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Shaq would have been the GOAT.
Yeah.
But I think basketball came just easy to Shaq.
Yeah.
Like, Kobe had to work at it. Jordan had to really work at it. Like, Shaq, when he got to a certain level, this easy.
Yeah.
This
I
do this.
Practice.
Yeah, like, this easy, man. This ain't no.
Yeah.
Because I done heard stories, Shaq show up eating 2 Big Macs, and you know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to say Allen Iverson the same way. Because Allen said he didn't practice.
Yeah, that's another one.
He come to the game and ain't shot a ball in 2 days.
That's another one, man. I think basketball just came easy to him. Like with Jordan, because you hear the stories about him in high school, got cut,
right,
came back, grew a little bit, made the team, and you know what I'm saying, you seen what happened.
Right.
Kobe actually not even from here. Kobe from Italy.
Right.
So the game, it's a totally different dynamic over there in terms of basketball. And his daddy was in the league.
Right.
So
I kind of give Kobe more. I kind of give Kobe more of a leeway over everybody else because he grew up, he seen basketball.
Yeah.
He breathed basketball. He ate basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
But from the dudes like Shaq, that just had a gifted talent.
Yeah.
They felt like, Kobe seen his dad probably work hard.
Yeah. It was like, I want that. I want that.
I want to be that man.
Yeah.
But better. And he motivated to be like that. But in Shaq's defense, Shaq was just a freak of nature.
Shaq was a rock star, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Man was a rapper.
Yes.
Actor.
Yes.
All of that. So it's like,
it all, man.
I think it just, I'll even compare it to me in barbering. Like, I'm not the best barber, but I have a passion for it. I feel like that could probably put me on the same pedestal as more talented barbers.
Well,
just because, like...
Well, just like you, I think you hard on yourself.
Yeah.
But to me, you don't get the credit because you ain't in the shop.
Yeah.
But if you was in a shop and people could see what you do, I think you could be one of the greats.
Yeah.
But because you in your own environment, people don't get the chance. Because, I used to pick my barbers by, I'll be in the shop watching these dudes cut.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, oh, I like the way he cut.
He dope.
Yeah. So I think that's what might be a hurtful thing for you is that you're not seen.
Yeah.
But,
But that's the thing with me. Like, it's a gift and a curse. Because, Mac, I don't want to be seen. Like, I like, what's it called? My being low key. I like that.
Yes.
Like, I feel like people who all want to know me, know me.
Yes.
I like that part. I like that side of it. So, like, and I want to get into some of your stuff, too. But
I was raised to be like that.
Speak on it.
My dad used to tell us, the loudest dude is the weakest dude.
Yeah.
So you always, my daddy would tell me, go in a room and listen at everybody talk, but don't give them nothing.
Yeah.
But take from their conversation.
Yeah.
And you can tell by listening.
Yeah.
who is the weakest, who is the strongest,
Yeah.
who is the leader,
Mm-hmm.
who is everything. Anything you want to know, if you listen,
Mm-hmm.
you can find out.
Right. Right.
And a couple weeks ago, I was just learning this, that it's very important sometimes to be quiet.
Yeah. Facts. No, facts.
People go in a room and they want to
Facts.
share so much information, but you only learn through listening.
Mm-hmm.
If you talking and I'm talking, we can't understand and learn from each other.
Right.
But if I'm listening at you,
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
You know, so in that point, rob as a thief. You take all the information.
I like that. Say that again.
You rob as a thief. You take the information.
I like that.
And you give little of yourself.
I like that.
Because the more you give, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes, have you ever been in a room and y'all chopping it up, talking, and all of a sudden you've told too much that you shouldn't have told?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now you've gone too far.
Yeah.
The more stress you put on the chain, the weaker it gets.
Yeah.
So I've learned in life, man, let people talk and learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then, give your input.
Mm-hmm.
But only give what people ask you to give.
Okay, now that you're saying that and you talking about me with the barbering, and I agree. But if y'all notice, man, how he get down with the food and what he do, man, I want you to tell the people about, you know what I'm saying, your skill set in cooking, how it came about, bro, what you had in the past, bro. I want people to know, man. Speak on that. So you in the cooking game, how did it start?
It just started, man, like I started off dishwashing.
Okay.
And
what restaurant were you at?
I was at TGI Fridays.
Okay.
And I said, man, I would get done so quick.
Yeah.
Because like I said, and I think I told you this, you always instill in your children to be the best at whatever they do.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. Right now, if me and you in the gym and you do 20 push-ups, I'm going to try to do 40.
Yeah.
I'm just competitive, so I always try to be the best at whatever I do, even if I don't tell you.
Yeah.
You might just be doing something to be doing it, but I'm trying to beat you.
Yeah.
So I was at the dish room, and I would get done with my job an hour early.
Yeah.
And I would go stand around and talk and, play around.
Yeah.
And this old cat, man, I remember his name being Marcus.
Yeah.
He seen me. He said, "Hey, brother, come here. Let me holler at you."
Yeah.
And he said, "Man, you good at what you do, man." He said, "Won't you learn some more?" And I said, "I'd be willing to do that, man, but I want more money." And he was like, "Well, don't worry about the money. It'll come. But, But the knowledge that you're going to get, you can take it and do something else with it."
Mm-hmm.
So, again, when you got role models and people that you respect, they can get you to do things that you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So he started giving me little jobs to do, like prep.
Okay.
And I would prep, and I even at that, I would do it so fast. He'd be like, "Man, I need you to do this." I said, "I already got it done."
Yeah.
So he was like, "Wow, man, have you ever cooked before?" I said, "Nah, man, I cook at home."
Yeah.
He said, "I want you to cook, man. I'm gonna put you on fryer." I said, "Man, fryer, the business station here."
Yeah.
He said, "So if you can do that, the way you do everything you do, you'll be great."
Yeah.
So they trained me. I didn't want to let them down. So
what year was this?
This was in like 88.
Okay, so Marcus wasn't here yet.
No. And I was working 2 jobs then. I was working at Fridays and I was working at barbecue joint.
Okay.
In Bayshore.
Okay.
So they put me on Fry.
Yeah.
And at that time, Fridays was doing $1 million a year. On Friday and Saturday, we was doing over $100,000 lunch and dinner. So it was really busy.
Yeah.
And since my guy put me on he told the boss about me and everything, I didn't want to let him down.
Yeah.
So man, I clowned that night.
First
Friday.
Yeah.
I never fell behind.
Yeah.
He came up to me and said, "Man, you take pride in everything you do, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "I'm gonna be the best at whatever I do."
Yeah.
I don't want to be talked about as the best. I'm the best.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said, man, I like you, man.
Yeah.
So he said, yeah, man, I'm gonna teach you saute.
Yeah.
So he taught me saute. Then he put me on broiler one night,
Yeah.
and he was the king on broiler.
Mm.
And that took me a while because I had to learn medium rare, medium.
Okay.
But back then it was you had gloves on, you could touch.
Okay.
He teach me how to touch.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different. It's like kung fu.
Yeah.
You learn a style and you go with that style. To this day, I can touch something and say, that's medium rare.
Yeah. Okay.
That's medium.
How long did it take you to get that down?
About a year.
Okay.
And right now, to this day, like it was times I went to steakhouses and they said, I said, man, y'all hiring? They said, yeah, we hiring. So give me your resume.
Yeah.
And I give them my resume. They say, you look good, man. Can you come back in the back?
Yeah.
I come in the back and he'll throw something on the grill and be like, can you turn it, make it medium?
Yeah.
And I say, 3 minutes this way, 3 minutes that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And I turn it over and say, it's a medium.
Yeah.
And he said, no, man, it's medium rare.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I take the time, when they put it on the plate,
Yeah.
it's still cooking. It'll be
Yeah.
medium.
That's one thing I got from you.
Yeah. So when I told him that, he was looking at me, he said, wow, man, you know your stuff, man.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said, so you take it off when it's mid-rear. I said, because
Yeah.
the burger's still cooking.
Yeah.
Then you put it in that hot window there.
Yeah.
It's still cooking. By the time they get to them, it's medium well.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to cook it at medium rare. So if the food get out the way it's supposed to,
Yeah.
when you get to the table, it's medium.
Okay.
He said, man, you hired. I said, nah. I said, we got to talk about bread.
Yeah.
I know what I can do, but what you willing to
Right, baby.
see?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's why I say, like, I look up to Kobe because Kobe learned his craft.
Yeah.
Anything you do, you gotta learn your craft.
Yeah.
Then you can negotiate.
Right.
It's like
right.
contracts.
Yeah.
Whenever I go talk to my boss about money,
Yeah.
I think of it like the NBA. I'm going in there to negotiate my contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if my contract ain't right with my credentials,
Yeah.
I can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him because he
Yeah.
don't want to. And I always ask for more.
Yeah.
I don't never go in and
You
say,
ain't wrong for that.
man, I want 25, but I'm gonna say 22.
Right.
I'm gonna say 28.
Right.
He's, oh man, I can't pay you 28. Well, what can you pay me, man? I can pay you 26.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted 26 anyway.
Right. Right.
But I mean, you know how that go. But
Yeah.
man, I got a passion for it. I just
Yeah.
always had a passion. I love to see people eat food and they look at you and say,
Like,
man,
oh man, like,
you know,
where you make that? Where
how
did
did
this
you
come
do
from?
this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, in my family, my mother would cook so much
Yeah.
that my daddy would get mad because he wanted me to go outside and learn about cars, but I wanted to learn how to bake cakes.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I think your son should learn how to work on cars, but
Yeah.
you know, instead of wanting to fix cars, I wanted to learn how to cook like mama
Yeah.
and grandmama.
Yeah.
And macaroni and cheese and
Yeah.
potato salad and
Yeah.
you know, but it paid off for me because
Yeah.
I love to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing. Don't do nothing for money. Do it because of your passion.
Yeah.
The money will come.
Right. Right. Right.
Because I used to say, man, I'm only making $10 an hour here.
Yeah.
But then over the years, now it got to the place I can walk in and ask for whatever I want.
Right. Right.
But had you told me that years ago, I would have said, nah, man, I
Right.
ain't gonna
Right.
never make
right,
over
Right.
this amount. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, man, I've been cooking over 35 years.
Mm.
You know, so I did Chinese food. I
Mm.
did German food. I done did African food.
Mm.
I done grew. I worked at a place, man, where they wanted everything fresh, so we had to go in the back of the building
Got a garden?
and have a garden, cilantro, dill, everything that parsley. We grew it all there because that was what they, you know, one of the things they wanted to sell the customer on, that everything came fresh out of the garden every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Green onions,
Yeah.
cabbage,
Yeah.
everything.
So in terms of your journey, bro,
Yeah,
so you
so,
did TGI Fridays, did your thing there.
yeah. I
That's
work
basically where you got put on. So you doing
12.
that? What's the next move?
I did a barbecue place in Bayshore.
Okay.
I worked there for 12 years,
Mm.
and I worked at TGI Fridays for 12
Oh, you
years.
stayed on that. You stayed on that both.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I left TGI Fridays to go to Italian. I kind
Speak
of
on that,
I kind of
man.
left.
Speak on
I
that.
wanted to do everything,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to be one dimensional.
Yeah.
So I went to this place called Ciati's. It was
Okay.
Italian, one of the top Italian places.
Is it still around?
No, they closed them all
Okay.
down, but it was one of the great
Yeah.
back in the 90s.
Okay.
It was one of the well-known spots.
Yeah.
Uh, everything freshly made.
Yeah.
And and that's one thing about with cooking for me is that I never wanted to work somewhere where everything was out of a bottle or a jar.
Right.
I,
Right.
I want to
Right.
see how it's made. I'd have made mayonnaise. I
Mm.
mean, and I'm not boasting about mayonnaise, but I'm
Yeah.
saying when you can make some of everything,
Yeah.
I ain't saying be the best at it, but you know how to do it.
Yeah.
That's what cooking is about to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just telling somebody too, when you can cook for a different variety of people,
Right.
that's what being a chef is.
Yeah.
A chef is not being able to cook.
Yeah.
It's being able to cook for 20 people. And some people saying, I don't like mine this way, I like mine this way.
Yeah.
And other people saying, I don't like mine that way, I like
Yeah.
it this way. Can you cook for all those people?
Right. So let me ask you this. So what you learned from TGI Fridays in terms of cooking the meats and being able to touch, was you able to take any of that to the Italian joint?
Yeah, because the Italian joint, they also had the steaks and the grill.
Okay. Okay.
And I took that, but at TGI Fridays, I learned a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I was a saute cook,
Mm-hmm.
broiler, fry.
Yeah.
So I got the chance. I expoed.
Okay.
So I learned how to look at food for the presentation.
Yeah.
How food's supposed to look.
Yeah.
A lot of times people eat with their eyes.
Okay.
So when you give people food,
Yeah.
if it look like crap, it probably is crap.
Yeah.
That's the way people think.
Oh,
It might be
I
good.
ain't never heard of that. People eat with their eyes.
Oh yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I like that.
When you cook at home, man, if you make that food look, you make it look really nice.
Yeah.
You glaze your ribs and
Yeah.
make it look
Yeah.
juicy.
Yeah.
People gonna say, man,
That
that's
thing look
looking
good.
good.
Yeah.
So pretty much you've already gotten them to say, man, I think this is gonna be good. And
Yeah.
they haven't tasted one thing.
Yeah.
But if you throw some stuff on a plate, they looking
Yeah.
at it like, what is this?
Yeah.
Already you at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I learned that too. When you really don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
you make it look good.
Yeah.
That'll buy you a little bit
Yeah.
of.
That's
People
hilarious.
say, you know what? It might have been terrible, but they'll say, it was okay.
Yeah.
But they won't really put your food down.
Yeah. Just
They'll
because
say,
it looked a certain way.
It looked good.
Yeah.
So that's why I say people eat with their eyes.
So this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna finish up my man beer, throw the razor on. Then he being humble, but he had his own spot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break, and I want him to speak on his own spot real quick. And then one other topic, because Father's Day is coming up. So that's Cut Talk.
Inshallah.
Damn, so you never went to school?
No.
Give me that.
See, I forget then. I'm just
We
talking.
rolling now, man. I want you to say what you just said, man, in terms of, go ahead, man. Thief and knife in terms of taking information, bro.
Well, yeah. What I was just telling Mark was, man, growing up, my dad used to say a man is like a thief in the night when he doesn't give information to his peers, his family, people he loves, even people that you don't love. You need to give information because the worst thing that you can do is inshallah die and take all that information with you and not give it to somebody, man. And I was telling him that, tradition, respect is so important. Loyalty,
Mm-hmm.
because you can start a tradition today
Mm-hmm.
just by passing on information that this brother might pass on to his family,
Yeah.
and his family pass it on to their family,
Yeah.
and you don't even know that you started a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, sitting back, I always tell people being alone sometimes is the most important thing for you,
Yeah.
because they say when you're alone, God whispers things to you.
That's dope. I
You
like
know,
I like that.
sometimes you can be sitting around and say, you know what, man, I could have did this better.
Yeah.
That's a lie talking to you, letting you know, well, or God letting you know,
Yeah.
man, to improve yourself.
Yeah.
Every day I ask myself, and I honestly do. I get into bed, and before I go to bed, before I say my last prayer, I say, oh man, what did I learn today?
Yeah.
How can I be better today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was I good today?
Yeah.
Allah forgive me for what I did wrong today,
Yeah.
because you know we don't know when our last days is.
Yeah.
So and I've learned that every day you should repent what you do,
Mm-hmm.
because you might not get a chance to repent it.
Mm-hmm.
So every day I ask myself, was I kind today?
Yeah.
Was I was I did I have a bad attitude today?
Yeah.
You know, was there anybody that I offended today?
Yeah.
And sometimes, more than likely, it was.
Yes. Unfortunately, you human.
Yeah,
Like.
but like I said, you got to strive to be better.
Yeah.
And some days you hit it on the notch, and then some days you was worse than what you did yesterday.
Mm.
But the whole point of it is
Yeah.
to try.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the time, man. I tell people, it says in the Quran that Allah is as close as your jugular, so He hears and sees everything you do. So you get away with nothing. And I always think about that when I do things. I say, you know what? I didn't get away with that
Yeah.
because God's seen that.
Yeah.
You have to be, people don't tell you this, but you should fear God too,
Yeah.
because you're supposed to follow the ways of God.
Yeah.
I ain't saying be perfect, but following in Jesus or whoever footsteps you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
So, in saying that, I always, have to check myself and understand what I did good and what I did bad.
Yeah.
And I think if you can do that, you'll improve and be better.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of that, I'm gonna ask you this last question. We'll wrap it up. Father's Day is approaching, and you look back on your life and the qualities you've been able to like attribute, and qualities you feel like that are the best in you. What's one quality that you feel, good quality that you have, that you want Mack to either attain or Mack already got it, but you say, man, you know what, I gave my son that as a father? Was one quality of yours, one of your best qualities that you feel like Marcus got because of you?
Man,
You can give yourself flowers, man.
you know what? To me, the most important thing was time.
Yeah.
Time is so important to us.
Yeah.
To me, it's one of the most important things of your life, because your time, if it's not valuable to you, it's a problem.
Yeah.
You're wasting it.
Yeah.
So you have to give your children time.
Yeah.
I used to say, man, and believe me, I learned. I used to work so much,
Yeah.
and one day, my father-in-law told me, he said, man, your son, all he wants is your time.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Money come and go, but
Yeah.
like I said, time, tradition, loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stopped, man. I said, I'm gonna still work, but I'm gonna work around my son, my daughter's schedule.
Yeah.
And I made a point and effort to give them my time.
Mm-hmm.
My love came with my time. But,
Yeah. Facts.
I think it's so important, man, just to be around your kids and give them the tradition. and loyalty.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all in it.
Yeah.
You know, in your time, and I think your children will always remember and love you because they know as they get to be young men and women, they'll learn that how important time is and how you gave it to them. So
another hard question, and I need you to dig deep on this one. In terms of your life and the ups and downs that you had, what's one thing that you went through in your life that you hope, or because Marcus watched you, the good of you, you hope Marcus will never have to go through? What's one thing he can learn from you, from your life, from your mistakes? What's one thing Matt can learn and be better at?
not putting money over family.
Okay, that's deep.
Man, I chased money when he was a kid because I wanted my son and my daughter to have everything.
Yeah, that's real.
But
That's real.
I'm gonna tell you something. You make your children more happy by being with them than giving them all the money.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, money come and go, but
Yeah.
the memories,
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
the love, man, that overshadows
Oh
money.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know, I used to tell Marcus all the time, man, I wanted you to live in a good environment, so I worked harder
Yeah.
so that, you know, I had most men nowadays they have to balance their life. You have to decide whether giving your kids everything they want or giving them your time and your love. Which one is most important to you?
Yeah.
And at first, I gave all my money and effort into getting money so that they could live, have all the things they dreamed of, they wanted. But sometimes, you know, it came to a point where I said, you know what? That's not the most important thing.
No.
The most important thing is that my son know my traditions and my daughter, my traditions, my love, my loyalty. If they take those things and they're in a better financial environment one day, then that'll balance their life.
Yeah.
But if they just going after the money and they lose their children,
Right.
they lost.
Yeah.
So
that's real.
You have to pick and choose which one is the most important to you.
One more question, because it's Father's Day, and then we're going to wrap this up and I'm going to let you get out of here. Thinking of your pops, what's one thing that your pops gave you that helped you finesse this life and get through this life?
Man, you know what? I'm going to tell you, honestly, real talk.
Yeah.
My daddy instilled in us our name.
Yeah.
Not just because we all Macks.
Yeah.
He instilled in me that name was something of stature.
Yeah.
And that you respect that name. And that you, like I said, be the best at what you do.
Yeah.
And I tell my wife that sometimes. I say, baby, now you a Mac. You can't be mediocre. You got to be the best at what you do.
Yeah, that's
because
real.
my daddy instilled that in us, and I think every man should instill that in his children. Is that name that you carry holds a lot of respect, and if it don't, then you're in trouble because that's all you got to stand on. We're not rich, but your name means something to most people. Because people that know you, what do they know you of? Being a great barber, being a great man, being a great father. So that name means something already. So you carry it to your children, your daughters, and then they'll have that saying, no, my daddy taught us our name means too much. I can't do that.
Right.
So it puts standards and stipulations on your name. So I think every man should teach his kid that their name is a worth.
Man, that's real. You heard him. That's the mic drop. He giving so many gems, man. I need a little chest to put them all in, man. We're rich down here. But I appreciate him for coming through. Next week, we're going to have him by, man, at the cookout for the fathers, man. I got to have, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't here, man. But I want to enjoy his day. I want to just say thank you for coming through, doing this. Just like B, I just dropped it on him when he came through the door. So I appreciate him for doing it. And, man, it's Cut Talk. It's love, man. We out.
Always.